Hello, this is Chris McNamara, Editor-in-Chief with Smart Industry. Today I'm with Brian Alessi, Director of Marketing with Everactive. Brian, how are you?
Doing well, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Let's jump right into it. What is Everactive?
Sure. Everactive is the battery-free industrial internet company that's helping to realize the enormous scale long envisioned for the IoT. The way that we do that is with pretty groundbreaking tech that lets us power our sensor devices entirely from low levels of harvested energy and get rid of the battery entirely.
And who are the customers? Who uses the solution?
Yeah, so pretty broad-based industrial customers. We have customers ranging from the food and beverage sector, pharmaceuticals, building management, petrochemical industries. So we've designed our first products intentionally to be very broad and widely applicable, monitoring very pervasive and widespread industrial equipment.
Okay. And talking about this, the freedom from batteries in the digital era, what does that enable us to do when we get away from, being dependent on traditional batteries?
Yeah, sure. So without batteries, our customers can deploy sensors in places and at a scale not possible if they had to worry about limited power supplies and ongoing battery maintenance. Okay. In the industrial sector, many IoT devices are designed to improve efficiency and reduce maintenance costs. But if a customer uses a battery-powered sensor, they're oftentimes trading one maintenance event for another, right? It's kind of out of the frying pan into the fire. Mm-hmm. With batteries, right, instead of now manually inspecting whatever asset it is that you want to monitor, now your staff are doing manual battery maintenance rounds. How much value are you really getting if you're just trading those events?
Defeats the purpose, right?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the other point there is, so the name of the game, right, for any of these digitization strategies that you all write about at Smart Industry is data, right?
Sure.
And we think that the ultimate benefit of removing the battery is being able to generate massive amounts of new data streams. And we do that as part of a cost-effective services model at Everactive.
Brian, a phrase I hear a lot from the Everactive team is self-powered insights. What do you mean by self-powered insights?
Sure. Maybe let's break that apart a bit. So our foundational technology is in the energy harvesting circuits and low-power wireless communication. That's what lets us build batteryless devices. Mm-hmm. So that's the self-powered part, really the core underlying hardware IP. But we quickly realized that it is all about the data. And those self-powered devices are most valuable because they can collect an unprecedented amount of data. But it's also a step further and a little bit more than the data, because customers are flooded with data. The last thing any of us needs is more raw data. So it's really about insights. Customers want insight on how to act based on the data that we're collecting. So that's the insights part, and that's at the core of our cloud-based software offering.
Excellent. Last question for you, Brian. Once we emerge from this challenging period here, what most excites you about the near future of all of this, of digital transformation as a whole, and the unprecedented insights we're gleaning from our operations? What excites you?
Well, for us at Everactive, I think one of the things that the recent challenging period with COVID-19 and the total disruption of the economy has made us realize is the value of remote monitoring. And so the ability to understand how your operation is operating when you can't be there to supervise it, or when you're limited in the number of contractors or even your own staff that you can send into the facility. So the ability to sort of have eyes on every aspect of the operation, I think coming out of this period will be perceived as much more valuable. And Everactive will be ready to help customers realize that vision.
Excellent. Brian, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate the insights.
Thank you.
And to all of our viewers, as always, we remind you to go out and make it a smart day.